Well, I don't know if we're actually live or not, to be honest. This is, oh, I think we are live. This is new territory for me. We are, trying something new. So if you're here, let us know in the chat. I am without Ashley, as you can see, but that's okay. Things don't always go exactly as they planned. So, we'll just get done what we can get done. This is a new format for us, so it's been I want to say a dream, but expanding into YouTube is definitely something that I have dabbled in a little bit. I started the podcast YouTube channel about the same time I started the actual podcast. In fact, I think I launched a teaser on YouTube, and then I'd post videos from time to time. I did some training updates when I did Oceanside, and then just a little bit here and there. And so I wanted to just kind of get back into it, do some a little bit more. So I thought, what a better way to do that than to do a live stream and see how that goes. What's up? What's up there, Colin? I appreciate you. I appreciate you checking in. So I do have some questions that have come our way, and so I will do my best to answer those. I will not answer on behalf of Ashley necessarily, but I will answer them. So the first question was, do you think you can actually figure out how to live stream? And I think that was a fantastic question. And I'm not 100% sure who asked that question, to be honest, but it was a valid question. And I think this qualifies, right? I think this qualifies as saying that we figured out how to live stream. And so, yeah, I'm going to call that yes. I did figure out how to live stream. I don't know, Jim Risto, Ashley was all excited about it. She might have gotten lost, to be perfectly honest, because I had to create a new studio link to use for the live stream. And I did send it to her through email, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she got it. She could be hanging out in the old studio trying to figure out where I am. Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, so, next question that we had was, is the podcast really heard all around the world, right? And I actually get that that question quite a bit. And the answer to that question is yes. It is actually heard all around the world. Obviously, we have a lot of listeners in the UK. We have a lot of listeners in Australia, but we're actually heard in South America, all throughout Europe, and the like. So, next question. Do you make any money off of the podcast? And I think actually my wife asked that question probably more than anybody, right? And to be honest, that's a tough question to answer. The answer is no, we don't make any money. We have earned some money, but we don't make any money. Hey, look, Ashley found her way,
Oh my
stumbling,
goodness.
stumbling and bumbling into the studio. It looks like you're like
For real.
falling headfirst in too. Yeah.
Sure.
So did you find us okay?
No.
No. So
No.
there has been some question about whether you were tied up in the corner. So I don't know if you got untied or if that was even not true.
That was no. I was not tied up in the corner this time.
Yeah.
Maybe
So were you racing? Were you still racing? Was that a because
no,
that's a
no.
thing too? No, no, you weren't in a race. Okay.
No,
Well, yeah.
no. Technology is so great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, this is our very first time live streaming, right? And
Yeah.
honestly, I was not 100% sure I had done everything correctly to set this up. I worked on it Saturday morning. full disclosure, I spent 4 hours doing some research, watching some training videos, going through all the motions. And the problem is I couldn't figure out how to test it without actually doing it. And so, anyway, so we're
So
glad you're
here
here,
we
Ashley.
are.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I've answered 3 questions so far. First question
Do I need to
was
answer them either? Yeah.
yeah, well, I'll recap them for you. First
Okay.
question
Okay.
was
Okay. Okay.
do you think you can actually figure out how to live stream? I think we're gonna say yes. We figured that out.
That was
The,
good.
the second question was, is the podcast really heard all around the world? And that is true. That is a true
100% true.
that is a true statement. The third
Yes.
question was, do you make any money off of the podcast? And while we have generated money, it still costs more money to produce the podcast at this point than it does generate. So between the hosting fees and all the subscriptions that I had to purchase to um, be able to do the things that we do, I'm still in the negative on the podcast. And full disclosure, Diana got really mad at me yesterday because I let her know that I want a new camera. And
Uh-oh.
I know. And so I've bought a few things along the way, and I've always bought like the inexpensive one, and I'll be like, I'll make this work, and then I've wanted the nicer one. I have got my eyes set on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. 3. It is really cool, but it's really expensive. And so I haven't bought it yet. I told her I was gonna commit to weekly vlogs for at least 3 weeks before I spend the money on a new camera. But I recorded some stuff today that you'll see probably next week if you watch my vlog next week, and it looks like the Blair Witch Project. It's like shaky cam, but not intentional. It's just like the camera's all over the place, and I was watching it backwards. It's a mess, but anyway. Okay, so fourth
So that's your
question.
justification. That's your
Yeah,
justification for. Okay.
yeah. Well, because I want to make sure that, as always, Ashley, that we are producing the highest quality content possible. Right?
Right.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. And it's not that I don't have. I've got my laptop. I've got both my iPads going and my phone right now. So I got like a lot of technology even here, but I need just a little bit more. I need just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So moving on, I'm going to skip a couple questions. Oh, no, no, no. Actually, you know what? This ties into the question we just asked, and that was, where can I buy merch?
Oh
Podcast
boy.
merch, and we do have a merch store. So we'll drop the link in the
Yes.
thing.
If
Can't
you
you
go,
just use
the
your drone's
link.
camera? Yeah,
I think that's a very good question. But the
yeah.
link is kind of tricky to find. But if you go into our Instagram page and click under the profile, the link is there. That's how
Hold
I
on,
find
hold
it
on.
every time. Okay. Are we having technical difficulties? We've lost. What happened? He's typing.
Can you hear me?
What's happening? Yes, I can hear you.
There you
I could hear you the whole time. What happened? You're still there.
Okay. All right. My
Are
my
we good?
my brand new wireless headphones went dead.
Oh my.
I had them plugged in thinking I was charging them. So, hey, always have a backup, right?
You got some
Um,
fancy lights on those.
I know. These are like gaming ones, but
They are like gaming ones. They have like a little microphone thing on them.
well,
Yeah.
it's for when I need to land planes at the local airport. I just bring them. In. I put down my little air
Uh,
traffic controller thing.
okay. So
So,
so were you helping at the I was at the air show today in Branson, Missouri.
mm-mm.
And you weren't there doing the air
Not at
traffic.
that one, but the local one here in Springtown. My house lines up with one of the airstrips, and so occasionally I'll get the call, and I've got to like, I
Okay.
got two
Do
I
you
got
do
two
you have
flashlights.
the
I
baton
do. I
things?
do. I have the flashlights. So Maya asked the question, can I just use my drone's camera? And I am really excited about my new drone. And it does have a good camera, but not for what I need it for. I don't think I could have flown the drone in my house to take the footage that I was taking today. So next week when my vlog drops, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh yeah, Mike does need that new camera. I 100% agree with him. So
You
did you
just
get?
want people to back you up to justify it. Come
Yeah,
on, we all know.
well, I'm getting the camera. It's just a matter
I'm
of
getting the camera.
how long I'm gonna
How
wait to get the camera. Oh, I'm gonna
are
get
you
there.
going to tell us how much it is?
No, not gonna tell you. Not gonna. I mean, you could look on Amazon for yourself, but I'm not gonna tell
I
you
know.
how
I
much
kind
it
of want to
costs.
look it up.
I'm not gonna tell you how much it costs because it's really expensive. What's up, Raymond? So Jim wants to know if you're drinking dirty sock water, Ashley.
No, it is. I drink chai lattes, and Mike, you see me drink this all the time
Yeah,
during when we're recording. Yeah, I always have a
yeah,
chai latte because
yeah.
I'm a weirdo.
Well, I wouldn't say
I
that.
don't like. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna go down a few. Ask your wife to fly it while you film. Maya, I need this camera. Like I need the camera. Don't get on my wife's side on this thing. Um, so one of the questions that we got was, how did you feel the day after Hotter Than Hell? And so
Oh,
I'm gonna let you answer that one, Ashley.
I mean, physically, I felt pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, I was exhausted. And I think part of it was just all the driving because drove in Friday, rode Saturday, drove part way home Saturday, and then drove the rest of the day home Sunday. So mainly just mentally exhausted. Physically, I felt okay.
Yeah.
How about you,
And,
Mike?
I felt better than I thought I was going to because
Me too.
during the experience, it was tough. It was hot. I wasn't trained for it. I mean, let's just be honest. We talk all the time, Ashley, respect the distance. And
We
those
did
thoughts,
not.
those thoughts went through my mind the couple days leading up to it. But and even at some point, I remember you and I talking of like, I can't imagine running a marathon after
Yeah.
this. But to be
We talked about
honest,
that a lot.
yeah, but to be honest, after it was over, I actually felt pretty good. I actually think that I could have ran. Now, could I have run a marathon? I don't know, but I didn't feel as bad as I thought I was going to say. Feel so we'll just leave it like that. Okay.
Yeah, that after the race, like Saturday, I definitely was not feeling so well for a while, but Sunday I was feeling okay. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
not. I was not ready to run after that. We were at Whataburger, and Mike's like, "I think I could run a couple miles." After he
Yeah.
had a burger and a shake, and I'm like, "Mm."
Well, yeah. I mean, I was all fueled back up, and full disclosure, we didn't. I released the reels, and I think you obviously had I wouldn't say the episode, but you had that little spout where you ended up in the
I'm
med
gonna.
tent.
I would call
Yeah,
it heat exhaustion at
yeah.
this point. After looking it up, it's heat exhaustion is what I had.
And we were mile 70 ish, I think, at that
Yeah.
point.
Yep.
Before that, probably 20 miles before, I ended up eating I consumed everything that I had on me at that point because
Yep.
I felt my blood sugar dropping. Thankfully, we got to an aid station and we weren't originally planning to stop. And I was like, I gotta stop. That aid
Yep.
station had hot dogs. They were
The
actually
best hot
grilling
dogs.
hot dogs at the aid
They were
station.
so good.
We had a hot dog and they were giving away those sandwich. Remember those peanut butter? What are they
Yeah,
called?
what are they called?
Hot
Uncrustables.
Uncrustables. They were giving
Yeah,
away
Uncrustables.
Uncrustables. I think Jason had a hot dog and two Uncrustables. I had a hot dog and I took an Uncrustable. And then either right before that station or shortly thereafter, I dropped a water bottle. And the moment that I dropped it, I knew I should stop and picked it up for a variety of reasons. One, for
Right.
safety. Two, it was
Right.
an incredibly hot day, and now I was managing one water bottle versus two water bottles.
Right. I
And then
think it
it
was right
was
before that
it
when
was
that
aid
happened.
station to
Yeah.
aid station from the rest of the day. Like we
Except we
literally went
skipped
a station.
60. We skipped 60,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
true.
kind of wish we hadn't, because maybe I wouldn't have had my issue too.
Yeah,
Because it
that's
hit me, I think around mile 68 is when I fell apart.
yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
Jason had mentioned you were feeling really strong because he had talked to
Mm-hmm.
you right before that.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
probably mile 66. Like we were cat and mousing, and he was like, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm pretty good." And like he even said, like, I bombed up a hill. I was doing really well. And then I think mile around 68, when we hit that headwind, like
Yes.
then it got really bad. And I was like, I had to keep my head down. Otherwise everything was going black. So
Yeah.
it was not
And
good.
to clarify, when you say cat and mouse, uh,
He
Jason would
always was
literally
ahead.
he would literally
Yeah.
stop and let us catch up with him.
Like literally like coast.
Yeah, it was
Like just like
I felt so
seriously.
yeah, it was hey,
I know.
he's training for the world championships.
I know.
Okay, so there's a question. Raymond's got what's your go-to after race meal? After my first race, I celebrated with Krispy Kreme. Ooh, you say poor
Poor
choice. I
choice.
actually think that's a good choice. Um, you know,
Post race.
post race, I think my most memorable post race food was in Chattanooga. I went to that ice cream
The
place,
Ben and
the Ben
Jerry's.
and Jerry's. I went to Ben and Jerry's and got an ice cream sundae cone thing. That was the most memorable post race food that I ever got.
I'm trying to think. Post race. I honestly, I'm horrible about eating after a race. I don't feel like eating. Um, I mean, in it after Hotter than Hell, like I really didn't want to go eat, but you guys kept talking about Whataburger, and so I went, and that burger tasted really good.
It was.
It did.
It was a good
That was
burger.
really good. So I mean, I Krispy Kreme probably not so much. I feel like we eat so much sugar on those long endurance things anyway, with the chews and the gels and the electrolytes, and I was full of Gatorade. Like I did not want anything sugary. So like Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme probably wouldn't have been my choice.
Could still eat Krispy Kreme for sure. But I would probably have to go with pizza. I think pizza
Yeah.
is a good. Now I like a particular pizza, actually two. So Chris
Of course. Of
Chris
course you do.
Curtis knows there's a small family owned pizza place in Fort Worth called Parton's Pizza, and they make this bacon tomato pizza, and it is the best pizza ever. Barring that, what I will get at any other pizza restaurant is it's referred to as a Brooklyn special. So it's pepperoni, bell pepper, and red onions. And to me, that is like my go-to. I could eat that all day, every day.
I don't think my stomach would tolerate that at all after a
No, it
race.
could.
At all. Especially, also, I would not have 5 Krispy Kreme donuts after a race. Holy cow, Raymond.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
That is a
Yeah.
lot. I do
And
like after Ironman races, sometimes, they have a lot of good options. I've had barbecue at a race before. I've had, Boulder had this weird
tofu.
quinoa mix thing. I don't know. I was like, why are we being so healthy here? That was yuck. But Chattanooga, sometimes they have like a McAllister's, which like
Really?
the sandwiches. Yeah. And so like to me, like that's really good. You get your carbs, you get your protein,
Yeah.
and usually after, if I sit around long enough, then I'll eat it. And they have cookies in there too. And by that time,
Yeah.
I can handle a cookie and
What
the
if Fire
chips.
What if Firehouse provided the after race
Hey,
food? Would that be good?
I'm an equal opportunity sub eater. I will eat all the subs. I am not picky, except
Okay.
I don't like Subway.
All right.
I'm not. I don't know if those qualify as subs anymore.
Well, let's see here. So there is an actual. Oh, you know what? So we're figuring this out. Look, there's a question coming up. Look at this. Did you see it? It popped up. Did it pop up on screen?
It did, yeah.
Nice. Tony Carveth wants to ask an actual question. If money were no object, what race would you do and why would you choose it? Ashley, I'm going to let you
Oh.
answer first.
Oh man, that's so hard. How in the world would I pick one? Can I pick 2? Okay,
I don't
okay.
know.
So
You're best.
I'm gonna answer, Tony. I'm sorry when you hear this. Okay, so I want to go to Spain. I want to do the Barcelona Marathon, and
Mm-hmm.
then like I think it's a week later is the 70.3. That's what I really
Mm.
want to do. Like that's what I've been dreaming about the last couple months is doing
Okay.
those two. So if money weren't an object and I could afford to do that, I would go and take a couple weeks and go to Spain and do those, and I would have a blast.
Wow. Very cool. So I'm gonna go a different direction.
Hmm.
I would say, I think it's the Norseman. It's that really extreme triathlon because you have to have a crew to do it, and
Right.
so money is definitely an object
Right.
in the way, right? You
Right.
hike up that mountain at the end. You get to have the guide and the whole thing. I think that would be the epic race. Now, more realistically, Cozumel
Of
full
course.
would be the
Right.
race that I would want to do for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
There's also, so it keeps popping up in my feed. You can race all 7 continents in 7 days, a marathon.
Yeah, in 7 days. Could you run
I know.
7 marathons though in
You
7 days?
can't.
No, no, I'm asking
I
you,
would.
Ashley.
I'm not at the moment, but I could certainly train for it.
Could
I'm
you?
confident I could do. Yeah,
No, no,
absolutely.
I don't even, I
Yeah,
don't, I apologize. I didn't mean it to come across
yeah.
that way.
No, no, we're good.
Like,
We're good.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how would you prepare to run 7 marathons in 7 days? Like what?
You just run a lot. I mean, it would obviously you would obviously have to spend quite a bit of time, slowly building up and increasing the distances, as you go to avoid injury. But that is something that I think would be really cool. But I don't have 50 grand
Oh, that's what it costs?
laying. I would think so because I think just doing Antarctica is like $27,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
right? And but my biggest concern would really be how does your body acclimate to the weather differences that drastically? Because if you're going to go from Antarctica and with I don't know the order, but within 7 days you're in Africa, right? And like that's
What's the
extreme.
what's the
I
sequence?
don't
Do you
know.
know? Oh, you don't know.
I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
I don't.
We
But
need to
I
look
think
that
that
up.
would
Let's
be
look that up.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I think that would be crazy. It would be so cool to do. I actually have a friend that did it.
Really?
Um, yeah.
We should have her on the
So
or this person on the
we
podcast.
should, yeah, we should have her on the podcast. She actually is an Olympian.
What?
Her name is Jenny Simpson, and I went to high school with her husband. And currently they are running in every state in the United States throughout the whole year. So they're at like state like 37 right now. It's pretty amazing. What? Yeah. Yes, Mike would have to sell his dinosaur.
Yeah, so I think we have to we have to show I'll have to figure out how to do some of this stuff, but yeah. So I'd have to sell my dinosaur, which I think we already clarified. The dinosaur was a good business proposition because the dinosaur went for well more than I could have bought it. Thought I could have bought it for. Um, okay, so couple more questions. One of them was in the Facebook group today. Does Mike shave his legs for the bike? And
I'm kind of offended that I wasn't asked this too.
yeah, well, I think that was a given.
You don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't fully commit like Colin does. Colin Lord, he fully commits.
That's
With
why
like
he's so good.
yeah, with
That's why
well,
he's.
I think there's a
That's
number
it.
of reasons why he's so good, but I don't do that. But what I do is I take my clippers and I do clip the hairs at the same length as I clip my hair, whatever. It's the same clippers, right? And
Wait,
so
there is hair that grows on the top of your head?
yeah, yeah, there is. It's sporadic. It's sporadic. It like shoots up in funny places, but yeah, so we do that. Um, all right, so I think we're caught up in the chat. So, what is your next race? Was a question that came
Right.
up.
My next big one is New York City Marathon, November 2nd.
Okay, November
does
2nd.
not
So
mean
that's
November
that's
2nd,
2 months.
2 months. Yeah,
3
that does
3
not mean I
months.
won't race. Wait, it's September.
September, so October.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, 2 months. Right.
But that doesn't mean I won't find something in between now and then. Uh, yeah, because we know how it goes.
Yeah. So
Am I crunchy, Ashley?
yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm not 100%
I don't know.
sure.
I don't know if I want
Yeah.
to
So
know.
I actually have a few things on the calendar, Ashley.
Okay. All right.
I don't know that we've talked about it.
Yeah, probably not.
Let me see here. Hold on. I have them written down. Dadgummit.
Well, you look. I do. There's a 60-mile bike race in Memphis that I really want to do next week. But
Oh,
I'm not sure if I can do it. But if I
there you go.
can, I will. Yeah,
Okay.
it looks really fun.
Okay, this is what I have going on over the next couple weeks.
Okay. All right. Tell me.
Saturday night this week, there is the Lone Star Night Run. So on the gravel
Ooh.
path that I ride my bike, they're actually having a
Mm-hmm.
run. They're having a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon. My goal is to do the 10K.
Okay.
So
That's a
that's
good
what I want
goal.
to do. Then the
That's exciting.
following weekend, I have the Texas Auto Body Trade Show. So I will be doing a lot of walking there. And then
That's
on
not
the
a race, though, right?
no, but I'm just saying. On the
Okay.
27th is the Aider from Decatur, which is fun to say. It is a bike, an outdoor bike to, it's a charity. I think it's Rachel's Wings.
Okay. Okay.
I'm planning on doing the 52, and I'm planning on riding my Speed Max. That's the
Oh.
plan. I am planning on riding my Canyon Speed Max. So fingers crossed.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
The
That could be exciting.
the week after that, and we're not going to go past this because I don't know that I can. The week after that, there is an open water sprint triathlon in Fort Worth
Oh.
that I'm planning on doing.
Okay. Look at you getting right back into things. That's exciting.
I so yeah, so those are that's what I got going on. Okay.
Okay. That's awesome. Yay.
Okay, so Raymond clarified his statement. It says, like earthly, save the environment,
Earthly.
make your own soap and granola.
No. No,
I
Raymond,
think
I
he's
am
saying, I
far
think he's
too
accusing
busy.
you of being a hippie and not shaving.
Yeah, no.
Is that, I
I
think
shave
that's
my
where he's
legs.
going with that.
I
Yeah,
definitely shave my legs. I
I
don't
think
make
it
my
was a
own
given.
granola or my own
No,
soap.
no.
I'm far too busy to do that. I think I admire people that do, but
Yeah.
no. I buy Tide.
Oh my gosh, what a mess. All right,
I
we're gonna
know.
check. We're gonna check. I got a few text messages. Oh no, one of them was from you.
Oh yeah.
John Stevens confirming we're live, and my new best friend Bert Moody is
Oh,
texting
hi
me about
Bert.
races. Yeah, he's texting me about races. I think he sent me the link. So he wants to get into gravel riding, and I want to talk about that. Actually, that's actually
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
on the list. So we're gonna talk about that.
I want to talk
Um,
about it too.
he sent me the link. So Ashley, you have to look this up. I'm gonna give you the
Okay.
name of it. It is the Rock Cobbler Gravel Race. It's the most insane gravel course ever. Oh no, maybe it's asking. It just says most insane gravel course ever! Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, or maybe question mark, exclamation. I don't know. It's one of those. It
Okay. I
bounces back and forth. I'm gonna give you basically it's a gravel race, and at one point I watched the first 5 minutes of the video. It's like 45 minutes long, and
okay.
I had a lot of research to do, so I couldn't commit to everything. But at one point, they literally, and I'm not making this up, they ride their bikes through somebody's house.
What?
Like literally through their house. They've put mats down so that there's traction, and they
No.
literally ride their bikes through somebody's house.
No, nobody's
And
riding their bikes through my house. That is crazy.
no, but would you ride your bike through somebody else's house? I mean, obviously you're single track
That's
at that point.
right.
And the
You'd
concern
have to be.
to me is you make it through the doorway, right? That would be the toughest part. I'm not worried about clipping the couch or getting distracted by what they're watching on TV or maybe grabbing some snacks off of the coffee table. I'm worried about clipping the door jamb with a pedal or with the brake lever. Because the gravel
Maybe,
bikes, the
yeah,
handlebars are
maybe
a
they
little
have.
wider.
I bet it's double doors
It
in
didn't. It
both
happened
entry and exit.
so. You have to watch the video, but it happened so
Okay,
fast. I
that
don't
is
know.
wild.
I don't know.
That's
But
wild.
so that's just one of them. There's another section where it's I think it says the cow path of death or something like that. They literally look like they're on the side of a mountain on just a little stream of dirt that cows or goats, I'm not 100% sure, had made, and that's what they were riding on. And these dudes were going fast. This isn't like when I say I go out and ride my gravel bike, I'm just kind of like la di da di
And
da,
Han,
right?
yeah.
Right? No, 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 no. This was like these were competitive cyclist riding. You have to watch the video. It's insane. It's
Okay,
insane.
I looked it up, so I will watch it. Jim says it depends what's in the fridge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not stopping for the fridge, but I might grab some stuff off the coffee table as I'm
Hey,
going to the
if
living
there's
room.
cake, if there's cake on the table, yeah, I'll stop for
Yeah,
cake.
and I have to admit that I was planning on going to the store today, and I was going to have a nice, tasty treat, but I elected not to do that because I knew you weren't going to have anything, and I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
Plus,
that would be rude. Yeah.
I was pretty busy today. It was a roller coaster day. I don't even know if I want to share it on the live stream. Um, I'm gonna.
Okay.
We'll just indulge me for
I'm
a second
bracing myself.
because
I'm
honestly, I want to get your opinion and
okay. All
put it
right.
in the chat. I want to get your opinion in the chat whether I'm wrong in this scenario. So, Ashley, my home gym has been under construction because I sent you a picture of the pool covered in a tarp a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Okay. So I go to LA Fitness. It's 45 minutes from my house. And the the app says they were supposed to open 9/28. Okay, which I think was Friday,
Well, 9:28 or 8:28.
8/28.
Okay.
8/20. It was supposed to open 8/28, which I think was Thursday or Friday, right? So I call last week and it rings, and they answer, young person. And I said, "Hey, I was just checking to make sure you guys are open." Now, you would think that the business has been closed for a month, that wouldn't have been interpreted as a crazy question. But yet it was. He was like, Yeah. And I was like, Okay, but you've been closed for construction, right? So it's not like I'm just calling out of the blue asking if you're open, right? And
Right.
so I was like, Okay, is the pool open? Because I wasn't really clear on if the whole gym was closed or if just the pool was shut down, right? It wasn't super clear. I said, Is the pool open? He goes, The pool is open. I said, Perfect. This is where I want your opinion. I
Okay.
said, What are your hours on Monday? And he said, We open at
Okay.
5:30. I said, Really? He goes, 5:30. Perfect. Okay. This was Thursday, I think, of last week. So last
Did you
night,
add? Okay, go
hold
ahead.
on. So last
I know
night,
exactly where this is going.
I said, What are your hours on? I didn't say, What are your hours Monday through Friday? I said, What time do you open on Monday? And he said,
Hmm.
5 a.m. So last night we're getting ready for bed. I told Diana, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed because I'm gonna get up early because I'm gonna go swim." And she's like, "Oh, don't. Why are you gonna get up so early?" I said, "Because I got a lot of stuff going on. I wanna get in. I wanna get done. I'm really trying to get back in this routine, right?"
Right.
So I
You
do.
you've been good. Yeah.
Get up at 5 a.m. I get Fenway kind of situated. I get to the gym. Now I do takes me an hour to leave the house, but whatever. Um, I get to the gym at 6:45. I pull in. And remember that scene from Vacation where they pull up to Wally World and the whole parking lot is empty? That's what it looked like. The parking lot was a ghost town. The lights are off, and I was like, You've got to be kidding me. And so I pull up, I walk over, the pool's uncovered, and I'm like, Son of a bitch. I look back at my phone, I look at the phone number, and I'm like, I called this gym. I compare it to so I dial it. They're
No
closed
answer.
because Memorial Day. They don't open
You mean
till 8
Labor Day?
o'clock. I mean, Labor Day. They don't open till 8 a.m. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, got to be kidding me. So my question to you is it my fault because I didn't specifically ask or point out that Monday was Labor Day, or was am I right in being frustrated in the fact that I asked what time they opened on Monday? He said 5 o'clock. I acted surprised, and he's like, "Yeah, not a problem." Right?
Yeah, no, I think I'm guessing this employee probably just didn't put
Yeah.
two and two together that Monday was Labor Day.
Yeah.
And when he said, "Oh, 5 or 5:30 on Monday," like he was probably just like, "Yeah, that's when we're always open." And if he was a young person, yeah, Labor Day may not even be
On the
something that he
radar.
really thinks about, like the rest of us who have worked, a while, and so we're always looking forward to Labor Day because we get a
Yeah.
day off, right? So it probably didn't even register with him.
So
So you weren't wrong. You can be frustrated this
okay, so
time.
I was frustrated. It was 6:45. They didn't open for another hour and 15 minutes. So I
Yeah.
contemplated for a moment just waiting it out. But then I thought that's stupid. That is dumb. I'm not going to sit here in the parking lot for an hour and 15 minutes. And there's another reason why I elected to leave. And that is the aqua aerobic starts at 9 o'clock. Okay. So, and they don't mess around at this gym. When they start at 9 o'clock, they mean if you're in the pool, you got to get out 10 minutes before 9 because they got to pull all the lane ropes. They got to do all the. I literally got hit with a pool noodle from a woman one time, telling me to get out of the pool because the water aerobics class was starting in 5 minutes.
They are serious. Okay.
They are serious. And so I
I
was like, I don't want to deal with that today.
Yeah.
So I
I would
drove
have
home.
gone to a coffee shop or something, and I
I
would
drove
have
home.
worked on my from my phone and gotten stuff done there, and then I would have gone.
Well, what I did do is I drove home. I got home
Hmm.
before the gym even opened. I was home before
Yeah.
the gym opened, and I worked on the podcast. I was like, you know what? I
Well,
got
there
things
you
to
go.
do. I worked on the podcast, and then we finished painting Colby's bedroom. So I wish we had taken good pictures of it before we decided to remodel it, but it looks really good. The pickleballers of the pool.
That's what they're gonna forever be now, Jim. Thank you for that. They're
What's
always there when I swim in the morning, and so now all the older ladies and their aqua aerobics going on, and now they're gonna be the pickleballers of the pool.
what's funny is the pickleball place wasn't too far from there, and I thought about driving over there, but I was in flip flops. I was like, I can't even go to the pickleball place and play pickleball.
Oh
Anyway,
my
okay.
goodness.
So
Okay.
we're gonna go back to gravel for a second, Ashley. Yeah.
Okay.
How is your gravel bike doing?
Well, she's good. I like her a lot. Uh,
What do you
so
want to
I don't
you want to
know.
expand on this because I
Yeah.
don't know that the listeners know. I know because you sent me a video of you riding the gravel bike on the gravel road.
Yes. So, when I broke my bike a while ago, a couple of months ago, and the bike shop said it wasn't fixable, and I was devastated. I started looking at other bike options, and the bike shop had been, oh, probably the last year or so, we've been having conversations about, like a new road bike versus would a gravel bike with road tires be better? What would be a good option for somebody that's maybe wanting to upgrade their road bike or whatever? Now, I'm never getting rid of my road bike. Let me be very clear about that. Um, but just looking at ideas, it's the formula is always n+1, right?
Yep.
When it comes to bikes. And so here I was with a broken road bike. They said she wasn't fixable. So I'm like, fine, all right, I'm going to start looking at ideas. Fell in love with this gravel bike at the shop. Uh, she's this, uh, I don't know what color, some sort of light lime green or something, like
Oh,
the
I don't
color
know
of
that
a
I've seen a
margarita.
picture. I don't know that I've seen a picture of it, of
Yeah,
her.
she's kind of the color of like a margarita or something. Um,
Nice.
and so my shop, I love them dearly.
Sunshine,
They have
sunshine bikes.
yeah, Sunshine Bike Shops. They have been wonderful. They have let me test ride her multiple times. And like on Wednesday nights, I go down and like there's a social ride with it's called the Bigfoot Social, and like there's like 80 people that they go and ride their bikes like 9 miles an hour, and so they let me go and ride her around with all these people because a bunch of people from the shop are there, like babysitting me, and they know I'm not gonna steal it, and so
Right.
I've slowly been. It's on layaway now, so they let me have her on layaway. So I'm just gonna slowly pay her off because let's be honest, bikes are expensive.
They are.
But yeah, but Friday I
You
got to
know,
take her out.
you should ask if they
Yeah,
want to sponsor the podcast, and in exchange for free commercials, maybe we can get like a percentage off.
I could try. I
Yeah.
could certainly
We could
ask
run
if they would want to do the.
we could run free commercials. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
could.
not like there's not people that live in and around your area that listen to the podcast, so we know that's true,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but yeah, Friday
Yeah.
I got to actually take her out on gravel. I got like 30 miles. There was something, guys.
How far is the trail from your house?
Well, so that end of the trail is like 30 miles from my house.
Okay.
So technically, I could ride that trail. Like the other end of the trail is like less than a mile from my house. So technically, I
Oh,
could get on this end of the trail near my house and ride it all the way down and back, and I would get 60 miles. Like,
wow.
yeah, right. So like, there's a huge appeal for me to actually have a gravel bike because then I could actually get some decent miles safely, um, on this bike. And when I hit the gravel, that sound, Mike, you know that sound,
Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
gravel. Isn't that the
Yeah.
best sound? Like, I've always
Well,
talked about how much I love the sound of crunching leaves when I'm running, like under my feet. I love that sound. It's so grounding to me. Like, it forces me into the moment. And then I hit that gravel with the bike, and I was like, oh, this is like crunch leaves. I'm
well,
feel
I
so grounded.
I think, and so everybody experiences things differently. For me, it's the safety aspect of it that
Right,
I think
right.
I enjoy the most, right? I ride I have a mountain bike, full suspension, and I've ridden it a couple times. It's not much safer than riding on the road on my road bike, to be honest with you, because I run into trees, and I flip it over and all that stuff. But to me, riding on that gravel trail, except for a few really soft, sandy areas, it's the safest place to ride your bike.
Yeah,
Now
for sure.
on your bike, Ashley, are you going to get a second set of wheels with road tires, or are you going to
Yeah,
switch? And the reason I'm asking is I did that, um,
yeah.
but
That's what you
I've
did for Hotter than Hell.
yeah, but what I didn't know, because I ride it primarily on the gravel, is my front wheel is slightly different, and it rubs on the brake pad. And
Uh oh.
when I rode it the first, so when I rode the Peach Pedal with Bert, it made this woof, 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 woof noise, like a rotational noise, and I couldn't figure out
Almost
what it.
wobbly.
Well, I couldn't figure out what it was, but
Yeah.
it was the so when I got back, I flipped the bike upside down and I looked it over. The 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 brake rotor is thicker, not the rotor itself, but the thing that attaches the brake rotor to the hub. It pushes the rotor out just
Mm.
enough to where it's constantly rubbing on the brake pad. And so I might be able to get away with just replacing the brake rotor. But I guess the point what I was going to ask is, in hindsight, I might have just swapped the tires anytime that I need it. Like, it's not like I'm riding gravel road every single day. For the
Right.
cost of
Right.
the second set of wheels and the fact that it didn't work out as I thought it was going to anyway, I would probably just break the tires off and do the tire swap. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll just do the tire swap. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not hard. And it's
Mm-mm.
not, I don't think I would be riding that one on the road much because I don't do, I mean, I'm doing more group rides now, but the group rides I'm doing are usually either I can take my TT bike or we're going 9 miles an hour and the gravel tires are more than sufficient because I'm
Yeah.
really just Yeah, guys, 9 miles
Well,
an
I mean,
hour.
if you think about it, I know I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but you're going to get a better workout because you're just going to get more resistance. Now, the one thing to
Right.
consider is riding, and I've experienced this on my gravel tires. They wear out faster on asphalt. They don't. They're
I
just
believe that.
right.
Yeah.
My back tire is almost bald. I need to replace it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, so
So,
so
yeah, Maya, I see you asked what I rode for Hotter than Hell. I rode my QR, my TT bike. There weren't a lot of TT bikes there, but there were some. I felt very comfortable on it. And what I found more surprising, though, were people on e-bikes there. Mike, did you like? I saw three. I don't know how many you
so
noticed.
the e-bikes weren't even the thing. I saw something. So I saw a couple things.
Okay.
One, when we were in line, we saw two young kids pushing unicycles. I don't, this is before we met up with you,
Yeah,
Ashley
that was
and
before.
Jason.
Yeah.
They were going to ride unicycles. Now I'm sure they weren't doing the 100 miles, but that
I
wasn't
don't
even the
know.
craziest thing I saw. The craziest thing that I saw, and I think I told you about this, we were probably 10 miles in, and two guys on speed inline skates in a tight formation passed me. Just cruised past me. Now
I
we had
didn't see them. I don't know how I missed
you
them.
didn't. They never passed you because you and Jason
Oh,
were probably 50 feet in front of me. There was a lot of traffic.
okay.
It was before the
Yeah.
100K turn, so there was a lot of
And you were
traffic.
and you were very socializy in all of
Well,
those people.
so there was a couple things. One, I had a fair amount of PTSD. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
did.
It was
Yeah,
it
you
was a
did.
there was a lot of people going on, but
It was very packed.
there was also a guy on a Canyon road bike, and I was talking to him. I was asking him,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, do you like it? Have you had any problems with it? How is part?" And he had nothing but positive things to say. He said he's not had any
Yeah.
issues. He hasn't had any problems with service. He hasn't had problems getting parts. So I'm thinking it might just be the fact that the Speedmax isn't, they don't sell that many of them. I don't know, whatever. But
I don't
he
know.
was very happy. But these dudes
Yeah.
on
That's
inline
crazy.
skates were going
Yep.
they were going at least 12 miles an hour. At least at that
Well,
point.
they would have had to have been because we were
Yeah.
booking it that first 20 miles.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
wasn't the smoothest of roads. It wasn't like we were on fresh asphalt. I wouldn't have done it. I don't know how far they were
No.
riding. I don't know what turn they took, but that was the craziest thing that I saw.
That was great. Yeah. It was always funny though, because so that first 20 miles, it was like super crowded.
Oh yeah.
And, we were always trying to stay fairly close together, but it was kind of challenging because, there were so many people. But I would be like, okay, where's Mike? And I would turn and quickly look and I wouldn't see you. And I'd keep going. And then I could hear you talking. And I'm like, oh, he's nearby. He's okay. I can hear Mike.
I made a few friends. We'll just say that.
You
I made a
did.
few friends. I made
You
a few
did.
friends.
Yeah.
There were a
Yeah.
couple of people on those recumbent bikes too.
That was
And
impressive.
and Bert and I were talking to a guy before we got started, and he had one, and he showed us the front wheel. I guess there's a couple of different styles.
There are, yeah.
His had the obviously the pedals above the front wheel, but the chains actually crisscrossed and went all the way to the back wheel. And
Isn't that
what
crazy?
it is, but the front wheel would barely turn. So he said you had to really be going fast in order to make the bike turn at a slow speed. He said it was
Wow.
very difficult to steer.
Wow. That would be challenging.
But what he
But you know
told,
what go ahead.
well, I was gonna say what he told me was, because I asked him, I was like, man, you'd think it would be harder. He's got like a backrest that he can press he said it's like doing a leg press. He said I can actually ride this thing faster than I could ride a traditional bike. Because
That's interesting
he has that ability to press against that
to
backrest.
push, to
Yeah.
really push the power.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know.
You know, but the coolest, most impressive thing I saw at Hotter than Hell was, do
Okay.
you remember at my 80, the 9-year-old?
Oh my God. Yes.
There, guys, there was a 9-year-old boy who was riding the 100 miler. He was at mile 80 with his dad.
And
Uh,
wasn't complaining, wasn't
no,
pouting, wasn't it
no,
didn't give any indication that he was there against his will?
no. He
No.
seemed like, the dad said that last year he did the 25-mile crit race, and he said, I can do this 3 more times. And that's how he ended up doing the 100 miles. I'm
Yeah.
like, you've got grown adults that are like, they didn't make the cutoff at Hell's Gate. You've got people that, are falling apart. You got me at mile 70. You got you at mile 50. We're all falling
Oh yeah.
apart, right? And here this 9-year-old is just like, nah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So humble, super
Mhm.
cool kid. Uh, I gave him a fist bump. I
Yeah.
was like, honestly, it takes a lot to impress me anymore. And I was like, you really impressed me. And he did. He was so cool.
I didn't look up his stats, but I'm certain he finished faster than us.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
They were a couple minutes ahead of us because they were leaving the aid station when we hadn't been there very long.
Mm.
And then I saw them again at the next aid station, and
Oh,
they
did
were
you? I did too.
leaving as we,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
they beat us, which is fine. Which is fine.
yeah.
Speaking of crit races, I had the opportunity to watch the crit race for the first time in person. Holy crap. Would you ever try that, Ashley?
I don't know. I'm not. No, probably not. Like, it looks amazing, and maybe I'm not gonna say never. I've got to say my ideas and goals have been changing a lot lately. So maybe, but it's pretty wild.
I and we might have been standing too close to the curb, to be honest. I
Mm,
don't know what the rules are. Bert and I just walked up and they were coming around. I was taking video and I posted it on the Hotter Than Hell recap. There's
mm-hmm.
one section where I don't think the one cyclist was more than about an inch and a half from the curb. And they were going 25 miles an hour at
Yeah.
least in a pack of just like flying
Right.
by. It was crazy.
Yeah. It would
Crazy.
be. Yeah. So since I've been riding a lot more with cyclists and not triathletes,
Uh-huh.
it's been a whole new eye opener for me because in triathlon world, right, we don't draft. Like,
Right.
drafting is not a thing, and so that has been a challenge for me, like, just because they're always drafting together. When we come to intersections, they always like want to go through the intersection together really fast, and like, I'm not used to that. When I would ride with my tri club, like, we would go and we'd always be, several links apart from each other, always. And so this has been a whole new thing. So those crit races, again, they're drafting off each other, that they're super close. It would take me some time. I mean, and we drafted quite a bit at Hotter Than Hell, right? But it wasn't. We weren't going 25. We were going 18.
Yeah. There was one section um at Hotter Than Hell where I got nervous for you.
Mm.
We were I was behind you. There was a guy in a Texas shirt and he just kept like weaving
Yeah,
over. He was trying to pass you on the right, but wouldn't commit, and then would kind of like, oh my God, like I couldn't deal with it. And so I went around hoping that you guys would pull forward so we could
get around. Yeah,
get away from them because oh, it was a
yeah.
mess. Anyway,
There were a couple. Like, I felt like overall, most people had some pretty decent handling skills. There wasn't a
yeah,
lot, but there were a couple that made me very nervous. And there were these two women that were passing me at one point, and this guy was in front, and he was doing, again, like that back and forth weaving left and right, and just very unaware of anybody else around him. And so I told the women, I'm like, please be careful around that guy. Like, he's just kind of clueless. And so then we chatted for a while. I think they appreciated the heads up. Just,
yeah.
yeah, I think
I I
it
saw
makes a
one
difference.
I saw one guy. He had incredible bike handling skills. He was upright, no hands on the handlebar. We're running 16 miles an hour. He's digging in
Yeah.
his back pockets. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But he was
Yeah.
holding true. He was
I
holding
know.
true.
So when
Crazy.
I ride with my cycling coach, sometimes he'll be like, okay, I want you to like we'll have like 2 miles left, and he'll be like, okay, I want you to like go hard here. And so I'll be like, I'll give it my all. I'll be going like 22. Like I'm like giving it all I've got. And he passes me with his hands off the handlebars.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't even do that on my
I'm
trainer.
like,
I can't sit up
I know.
without my trainer.
I'm like, like it makes me I get so annoyed. I'm just like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, I am giving it everything. And there he is, la la la, just passing
Yeah.
me like it's no big deal. And he's got this, I don't ever see it, but he's got a smug look on his face. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
probably, I think he's been drafting behind me,
The
for
entire time.
a couple 100 feet. And so he's got that extra pull. And then he passes me like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
sure,
tell
that's what it
myself
is.
that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's
Slingshot,
exactly what it
engage.
is.
So
Right.
Raymond asked a question a few minutes ago that we didn't get to, and I think it was relative
Yes.
to the conversation where I was saying maybe switch the tires out, and he
Yep.
asked if tubeless. I don't think I'm tubeless. I think I'm running tubes. I should know, but I don't because I haven't taken the tires off the wheels.
Yep.
But anyway, point noted, Raymond. That would be a level of complexity. If I was running tubeless tires, I wouldn't want to switch the tires back and forth as easily as if I was running tube tires. I think that's probably where we're at. Yeah. Was it Matt? I don't
Matt.
know what that. I don't. Maya, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
If
know.
you're talking about my cycling coach, his name is Peanut.
His real name might be Matt. We don't know.
His real name actually is Matt, but he goes by
Oh, is it?
Peanut.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like nobody calls him Matt.
That's funny.
But that is funny. So I am pondering. I've been having conversations about switching over to tubeless, but I'm still very apprehensive about it just because of my very minimal mechanical skills.
Well, I mean, tubeless, I think, are supposed to be more durable. You're not supposed to
Different
get
Matt,
flats.
Maya.
Oh, you're not
Yeah,
supposed
Swift
to get
Matt is a different Matt.
flats as much, and you can run a lower tire pressure, right? So there's like that. Okay, so we've got about 2 minutes left, Ashley, in the live stream. Let's just get a temperature check of
Okay.
how are we feeling about this? First of all, thanks for those that hopped in. Thanks for those that asked questions or put funny comments. We appreciate the support as always.
Yes.
We'll start with that. But I feel like this was a success because we did in fact actually pull off the live stream
Uh,
to some degree.
well, it's not over yet, so I'm not sure we can say we've actually pulled it off until it's actually over.
No, but we broadcast. I wasn't even sure we were going to be able to broadcast it. To be honest, like we did go live at some point, right? So we did do that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna call it a success. The question
Yes.
will come up. Remember, so at the end of every podcast, whenever we do a race recap, I always ask, okay, would you recommend it for a friend? So the question is now is, would we do it again? Like, would we do another live stream?
Raymond.
Yeah. Yes, on Crocs, Firehouse, pickleball, and e-bikes on Zwift. I don't know about e-bikes on Zwift. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Oh. Anyway, I think this has been fun. I don't know about our listeners. It's basically our group Discord at the moment. Yeah. It's just a more verbal version, and you guys can actually see us as we talk.
Yeah.
And maybe less filtered. Oh, no one mentioned Kona. Jim. Hey guys, if you didn't know, Jim is going to Kona.
Yeah, Jim's going to Kona. So
Yeah.
so if we continue to do the live stream, so this is where I'm at. We're gonna wrap up in just a second, right? Because I'm gonna stay
Yep.
true to the time. So
Okay.
what I found out was I was wrong in my package. So I've been with Riverside for 4 years. Okay, so I'm grandfathered in to my package, which they don't offer anymore. Okay,
Okay.
so I have a very low subscription price. Okay,
Okay.
so I can upgrade to have true live streaming capabilities, which would include no watermark, which I'm looking at my iPad. It is watermarked, but the like and subscribe actually cover it, so you can't see it hardly at all. But it would also allow for a call-in feature. Okay, but the price is significantly more than what I'm paying. The challenge is if I upgrade and we don't stick with it, I can't get back to my original package because they don't offer it
Right.
anymore. You know how
Right.
that problem goes. So we're gonna have to think
Yep.
about it, right? So it's really gonna come down to do I get a new camera or do we live stream with no watermark and a call-in number? Like those are my options at this point. I think the camera is really on it. That's what I need.
I'm so confused now, Mike.
Well, I love that you keep calling John Stevens his kid's name Maya. He's such a sweet kid. I don't know that I don't.
Raymond, I'm so confused.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
Anyway, I think we're gonna ponder on it. We're gonna think it through. So
yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap
I
up.
mean,
We're gonna wrap up there, right? Yeah, definitely get the
yeah.
camera, right?
Yeah, I think that's Jason's weirdest thing. Don't do this again.
Oh, is that what they're saying? Don't do the live stream again. Get the camera. Oh wow. Well, we can still live stream. We just don't get the call-in number. Wow. I have to think about that. I don't know. Hurts my feelings. That is too
Oh,
funny.
John is using his YouTube's his kids. So Maya
Oh.
is actually John. That makes so much more sense now.
Oh, see, that does make sense. I was like, what? I don't know.
I know. I'm like Maya. I don't know you. I don't think you've ever Zwifted with us, but I'm gonna keep going with this. Hi, John.
That is funny. Okay.
That is funny.
All right,
Okay,
well,
makes complete sense now.
It
So
does. It does.
reach out to us. Let us know if you guys think we should do this some more or not,
Yeah.
and ideas. How can we make it better? What can we?
Or
Yeah.
would you want to be a guest on the live stream? We could do that
Ooh,
too.
that could be fun.
Right? That could be
That
a thing too. So, or who would you want to see on the live stream? Right? There's so
Ooh,
many
that could be
options.
fun
There's
too.
so many options because the best
I
part
have
about this
so many good ideas.
the best part about this actually is I don't have to edit this. Like this is it. We just threw it out there and this is it. There's no editing. It's done. It is done. It was triathlon conversation. We had a good time and we're done.
We
So,
did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, you got. I mean, this is literally how Mike and I are. So you can actually see us. Like
Yeah.
this sums us up in a
That's right.
nutshell. Like this is us how we are all the time.
That's it.
Thank you for clarifying, Jason. He says, do both, go big or
Get
go
both.
home.
I think that's right. That sounds right. Okay. Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, and Jim has a face for AM radio.
Oh my God. Whatever. All right, that's it. We're gonna. That's a wrap on our very first live stream. So thanks,
Yeah,
Ashley,
thanks for
hanging
joining,
out.
guys. Thanks,
Yep.
Mike. This was fun.
See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.